welcome to Open Sky Studio, place where future is now and dreams become reality. You can see that we are currently not really on Earth anymore.
To Open Sky Studio, place where future is now and
Yeah, sorry for that echo. Yeah, so you can see that we are not on Earth anymore. We are in Somnium Space, Dream World, where you can see from here where I sit. You can see the city center. You can see the floating island over there. You can see the lake, mountains, and beautiful skyline. It's the sun rising right now, so we have beautiful day here in this metaverse. And the most important thing why we are all here is for this wonderful drop of Gateway 333 of artists that we are going to introduce you today for his first interview. I'm a little bit scared to actually pronounce the name because it's a little bit complicated. So I will give our artist the word so he could introduce himself.
Hi everyone. I'm my artistic name is Saturn versus Dazzly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah, it's a little bit difficult name, I know, but it's a long story. It's another story. And hello everyone. First of all, I want to excuse me for my level of English is a little bit low, but I can try to explain all my story and I hope we can share a good moment together.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's just jump right into it. I will close this one, and you can see on this virtual screen the profile of our artist, Mr. Dustley, and it was Saturn, right? Saturn Dustley.
Yeah, Saturn versus yeah, Saturn, whatever you want.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. I think it's nicely fits into the theme of the art of the gateway because it's gives this idea of otherworldly planets and visions and so on.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so definitely good pick for your Genesis drop. I will actually right now put here on this browser the foundation link, so we can see that it's currently on the reserve price 0.54. But yeah, let's not focus so much on the art first. Let's focus on our artist. So could you maybe tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you coming from? How did you get to art? How did you learn to create these beautiful otherworldly landscapes?
Okay. I'm an Italian artist and I live in Spain now from 5-6 years. And really, I draw since I can remember. And maybe I'm still a kid that never stopped drawing. I've been surrounded by different kinds of art my entire life because I felt always attracted about that, no? So when I was a teenager and I finished the high school, I studied graphic design, okay? But at this point, maybe when I was around 20 years old, life wanted to teach me some more things to grow up. And then was when I discovered the esoteric world and my life changed completely, okay? For this, I'm a really bit obsessed with the doors, with the portal, because I don't know, I like astrology, I like alchemy, I like a lot of things. okay, that I can I try to merge with my art. Allora,
Okay.
sorry, because I start to thinking in English, you know, to do a correct explication. When I discovered all this esoteric work for me, I felt something for different cultures and way of life, to know more about myself. While traveling the world, I fell in love with the Asian culture, especially with the Hinduism and Buddhist philosophy, because I think that it was close to my own idea and experience.
What particular thing was in these religions or just spiritual ways is what interests you the most, or what resonated?
Yeah, for me, it's not like a religion. It's more like a philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's more like I don't know, the way to approach the life is another kind of way. It's really, it's more to connect with myself, okay, because I always find something in my life like a perspective of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Something different, okay, something different from the massive I don't know. Well,
Yes.
something different. You understand me? It's like
Yeah.
something different.
So maybe if I may, so you are not really so much into the like organized part of let's say, as you said, like you are not looking at it as a religion. So you are not looking, or you are not really a part of some organizational structure in Hinduism, or some church or something like that. It's what I understood is maybe also a little bit how I feel in this way is that yeah, it's somewhat difficult to put it in words, but how I feel about it is that like people before us, they actually had some insight into lives and into like the deep questions, and even maybe more than us now, because we are distracted by technology and other things that are around us. They had maybe a little bit more time to dig deeper, and the religions or these spiritual ways, or how we want to call it, are sort of the message from these ancestors to us, and you are taking part of the message maybe that resonates with you for your own life, right?
That's it. And after they connected the art with the mystic thing or esoteric thing or I don't know, philosophy thing, no? I like this. I like this because you cannot find a piece of art in Nepal without a whole esoteric work behind, okay? And it blowed up my mind when I discover, for example, a Tibetan art. For me is like another world, completely another world. And yes, I like it, and for me now is the base of my work.
So should I understand it as basically every art piece that you created has some like deep meaning and is trying to convey some deep message?
Yes.
Oh, so I would be really interested then to hear, and maybe let's leave it to the like later part, the message of the piece that you are dropping right now.
Yes. all my pieces have a message. I don't want to show too much because I don't want to find a way like try to sell my art about the message. You know, I prefer when the people discovered the message through himself, something like this. But
Right.
if you know something about esoteric art, you can find more message in this piece, for example, in this piece. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think you already laid some clues for the viewers and potential collectors of this piece when you talked about alchemy and maybe a little bit about astrology. So it's probably quite a lot already to have some good guess, at least on the directions. But yeah, I like the idea that you will actually never be sure if your idea is the same as the artist's. So you might have people can have some interpretation that's different, but maybe not. Well, how would you look at it if someone has interpretation that's different, that sees different message in your piece than you? Would you see it as they missed something, or that or that it's like actually okay if they didn't saw the same thing as you did?
Sorry, I have a little bit of delay. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
If a person see something different that my message, you understand this?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
For me, each piece, okay, it's open to interpretation. Okay, for example, I can do an explication, but it's my vision. For example, your vision for sure is different. Okay, you can find something more or something less, or you don't find nothing. Maybe I think the eyes from spectator. For me, it's okay. I mean, I'm really free, really free. If the person find another message, for me, it's okay. It's not so bad, you know.
Right.
Okay, this is the question, really. But
Yeah.
sometimes I have a little bit difficult to, you know, in real time to translate the question. But I think this is the question. If the people find some message that is different from my vision, no. I'm absolutely open. Maybe I can find another message too with the people. Why not? I don't know. I think the art is beautiful because it's free. It's free. It's a free interpretation.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. But yeah, I wanted to know how other artists look at it, because I can imagine that most artists would probably have similar view on this as you. But well, there might be some others that see it a little bit more strictly, or that really have some particular message that they want to convey, and they would be like disappointed if someone's pick something different, maybe completely opposite. But yeah, I think especially in these deep spiritual art pieces, it's really more open for an interpretation. Okay, so I put actually some of the inspirations or other pieces on the screen before, and they are all of in this architectural sort of domain, or I don't know if you call it architecture, but it feels like that. So is it that you just focus on this part, or are you also creating some different sort of art, or are you maybe in the future looking to explore different ways?
No, I like the architecture. Okay, I have 2-3 architects like as my inspiration. Okay, because I like the minimal form. in this case. I like the minimal form, the door and the minimal object, something like this. For sure, I want to experiment different shape, different form. For example, if you see in all my works, I put a sphere, okay? A sphere that not trapezing the door, because I can do explication now. For example, for me, the sphere is like the spirit, okay? In my works, I see the sphere like a essence, okay? That he start to enter in the doors, but never entered in the piece. This is another piece of mine. Is like a tribute for Ricardo Bofill. This is an architecture from here, from Barcelona, and Tommaso Buzzi is another architect from Italy, and now he's dead, but he's a really visionary architect, because he's used the architecture and the esotericism, okay, every time, and I really like him. And I create this. Is the first NFT is just just a proof, you know, that I put this in Rarible, but I want to leave this here for I don't know, maybe I burn tomorrow. I don't know. It's just a proof. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I've made a little bit view around for viewers to see where we are, to get a little bit perspective. But this is like a really virtual world, and we are trying to put these pieces into a place where I think they belong, into the metaverse, because they are created in the physical world, but they have a lot of connections to well, this digital realm. So to give you a little bit perspective also. Okay. So that's really interesting. I would be actually curious, how did you get to NFT space? Because I think every artist has some different sort of story. So I would be interested how you learned about it and why you entered.
Yeah, I start in the well. Before this, I start to talk something more, because I have I have another kind of art, okay, before that digital art, because I am painter, I'm illustrator, I'm a craftsman, and I discovered the art of tattooing 20 years ago in one of my trip in Asia. And when I discovered the art of tattooing for the second time, my point of view so changed, because I think the tattooing is like esoteric word, okay? For this, when I start tattooing, I start to take a different way, okay? And I knowing now from 6 months, 7 months, some tattoo artists that they tell me about the NFT, okay? And I would, is really interesting, because when I discovered the 3D world, okay, it's like another, I don't know, it's like my mind is blowing up another time, because I discovered the 3D, but I don't think in NFT. Okay, I just discovered the 3D world with, for example, Cinema 4D.
Mhm.
This is the software that I use, and I choose to put this kind of art in the NFT world. Maybe it's more the art of tattooing. If I choose to put some tattoo flash or something different, it's more easy for me. Okay, because I'm tattooing from 20 years. I have my followers and blah blah blah. But I want to enter in the NFT world with a different perspective. Okay, it's just casuality, man. I don't choose, really. I
Yeah.
don't choose. It's just in the few months that I want to decide to enter the NFT, but it's like it's just a casualty. I don't program it this, you know.
Yeah, right. I totally understand. It's like, yeah, you did something for a very long time and you probably continued doing it. And you are doing well. If someone's doing something for 20 years, then they are doing something well. But then if you discover this completely new world, different sort of techniques and so on, and you want maybe some another challenge. So that's definitely interesting way to enter a new field, not just take the easy road, but come maybe on the same footing as many other emerging artists that just starting. And well, it's not an easy job. So that I think most of the people watching can testify on their own experience. But at the same time, well, at least what I get from talking to people, it's hard, but it's rewarding. It's rewarding. It's
Yeah.
definitely worth it.
Yeah. For example, today I am admitted in a master of art director because I want to start another kind of way in my life now. Okay, because I want to discover the art direction in 3D, and I start my master in this Spanish school about art direction in 3D. The life is so beautiful, no? If if you take the the right flow, you know, for
Yeah.
me it's all about the flow. It's a free flow. I don't want to do just NFT to sell and make a money. For sure, it's important now because it's an opportunity for an artist and blah blah blah. Okay, I'm agree. But for me, it's not just this. I discovered a 3D world and really, really, really liked it. Okay, I don't know. For me, it's an opportunity to do new things. Okay, first of all, no, nothing. I still continue to create. Now I just create another piece because I'm a self-taught, and I give I spend my time, most of my time of the day, to study cinema 4D from myself. It's a bit difficult because it's difficult, but I spend like 10, 12, depend, 12 hours for day.
Wow.
I put in this. Yeah, I'm really obsessed, man. When I discover something that I like it, and you know, I don't sleep too much. I sleep 5 hours per night, something like this, and I don't know. I I stay in the cinema 4D. I live in cinema 4D in the last time.
Yeah, well, I
I live
think
in a cube.
yeah, I think people can relate to that. Well, at least I can. If I get excited about something, yeah, I just dedicate all the time to that. Yeah. So well, then well, some well, the other stuff a little bit suffer. Well, I get reminded that a lot. I don't know. How do you have it with this? So you have basically like life, a lot of responsibilities, your own career, and then you add like 12 hours a day for working on learning new piece of software. So how do you fit it?
I don't know. Maybe the current situation of the world, because I have, for example, I'm based in Barcelona. Okay, now we talk about my first work, that is tattooing, and I based in Barcelona, and I have a lot of customers from outside, from all over the world, from UK, from Germany, from Italy, from France. Now, with the current situation, I have a little bit more time because the people don't come for a COVID, no? You know,
Yeah.
some people scared to traveling to Barcelona, and most of them canceled me the work, and now I have a free time. The masters that I start is online, is on live with a live teacher, okay? And I want to start. I want to spend all my free time to learn something new.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
it's
wonderful.
like immersive word, no? Like immersive words, yeah.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I can see some another piece in your profile, so I will put it on while we talk. Okay. So yeah, that's really nice. I think it can also be inspiration, maybe not so much for the people listening, because I think most of the artists are really driven and excited to try a new thing. It's sort of comes with the craft. But then maybe if someone outside will hear it as well, then it really takes away people's concerns and a lot of worries and just okay, I was doing this job for 20 years, so okay, I will do it for 20 more and then I will retire. Where if you are obviously like successful in whatever you're doing, and no, you're starting not just like learning new tool and learning about new technology, minting. Uh, Entering completely new field where you are not known, and at the same time starting a new study as well. So yeah, that's really so cool. I am lucky, or maybe it just comes with the field of art and this NFT community, where basically everyone that I interviewed is doing something like this. Yeah, just
Okay, cool.
completely for doing like new things and managing their own life and all the responsibilities and just well, progressing so far. So that's awesome to hear.
Yeah. No, I'm agree, and I think is the best approach. You know, is the best approach for sure. I follow super good artists that I like it, like Peter Tarka. Okay, Peter Tarka is one of the best reference on this kind of project, and but I think it's possible. I don't know to do new things with flow, without stress. If to sell, don't sell, sell, don't sell. I don't like this kind of approach. Okay, just this.
Maybe if this is actually like interesting topic that many people could like use the insight into, because for obviously you don't have the problem, but many people come to this field and well, they heard about like there's these art pieces selling for tens of millions of dollars, and everyone can be successful, sort of this new gold rush, and then you come to the field and you've realize that there are like huge numbers of artists coming, and a lot of artists from traditional fields where they already have their own well, they already achieve success there, so they have maybe a lot of followers or just people that would support them. And now you have a lot of artists that are starting, and you are starting actually as well. You are not connecting to your old career, so what would you advise to these people which just came in, put a lot of work in for learning, but they are not getting like this feedback, they are not able to sell and just get their work out there? What would you tell them?
For sure, I want to precise one thing. If I wake up tomorrow and I sell the Gateway 333 for $1 million, I'm not sad. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay, I understand that outside I have a lot of people, a huge, massive people that stay in NFT for a money. Okay, for me, in generally, it's not only in NFT. The money is like a medium. It's not the final objective. Yeah, it's not the finally goal. It's like a medium.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a goal, like I don't know, I want to buy house. Okay, you need the money, but the money is a medium. I can give the suggestion from an emerging artist to don't see just the money, because it's not soul. The money are important in the world, I know, but it's not all. Okay, just this, and the word that I can repeat is like free flow. Free flow for me is the one of the key in my life. Is free flow. When I tattooing, for example, I tattooing now just freehand directly on the skin. I don't prepare nothing before, and for me the free flow is the key of my life. And this is my suggestion for a new artist, a new NFT artist, to do the things for himself before, and after, if sell, we are happy.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. And unfortunately, I think most people are coming from sort of just how the works generally works, or how maybe the modern society, it would be better to say it that way, works, which is the money first and happiness later, which is exactly the opposite that you are saying. And well, I would vote for your interpretation that would make people more happy and successful at the end. So, but yeah, everyone can take from it what they like.
Yeah, I know. I know too. Is an opportunity, no, for an artist, for an artist. I don't know, from come si dice in lugar desconocido. Bueno, from a known place is an opportunity to know his art and sell his art, because I'm a European. I live in Europe, and I have a medium quality of life. No, if I talk in terms of money, because I know, I don't know, an artist from Kathmandu is a little bit more difficult. Okay, the journey, and I can understand that is an opportunity, is a money opportunity for him, and for me it's okay. It's okay too, but it's not just the focus on the money. Just this.
Yeah, I understand. I actually found now in your Twitter. Yeah, I really like this virtual browser. It's so cool. So I found this beautiful picture. I think it's
it's my house. I'm in the middle of nothing. I live in the middle of nothing. And if you see, if you see my view, okay, it's not a rich house. Okay, it's a house in the mountains. Is different. And here, every morning when I take my coffee, I have my best inspiration. It's the best art. I have the art, the 3D art in front of my eyes every morning. And it's so cool. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. Yeah, I like it too. I think many people like it as well. Actually, yeah, we have 7 people on Twitch, so that's great. Live so far. If you can actually leave us some comments, if you like something that you see or don't like, or you have some questions, feel free to share them in the stream chat on the right side. Okay, good. So maybe this would be good time to actually look at the genesis of your piece, and I think I can put the sketch on on the browser, and maybe you could tell us a little bit about that, and also maybe a little bit about the comment that was made to this tweet, which was that everything started with a sketch. You replied that not everything. So was this started with this sketch, or was it started with something else?
No, I started from this sketch because I have I'm a drawer. First of all, I'm a drawer. And when I have a lot of fantasy. Okay, maybe I see something that inspired me, but I don't like to work with another image. Most of them, of the artists, I know that work with some reference pictures. I don't like this because I like the free flow. I want to image the scenery. Okay, this is not, maybe it's not first sketch. It's like the third sketch. I don't know. I don't remember. But for example, when I use the composition, I use the structure. Fibonacci structure or some prospective structure, and I start to do a drawing like a sketch, because I don't like in 2D like this, and after obviously I start a sketch like this because I don't have all the skill that I will be like. Okay, and now I start to drawing something that I can realize. This is important, but I like the minimal, I like the postmodern, I like the door, and for me, I have all in this moment of my life. I have all my reference in my mind. I traveled a lot from Asia. I have a lot of books. I see a lot of pictures, a lot of things, and now I try to merge all my experience, life, in a piece. And when I start to drawing, I close my eyes and I think in I don't know, pieces of my life, like when I was in Kathmandu 2 years ago, or maybe when I was in Indonesia and I say, and I sam, onde visto, and I sam cool doors. I don't know, it's approaches like this. I don't have I don't choose. Okay, I put the door here, the sphere here. No, it's free. It's free. From my fantasy.
Yeah, that's perfect. You mentioned the Fibonacci series. Could you, maybe like everyone knows exactly what it is, but maybe not. How do you maybe tell us like very shortly what it is, and then how you used it in this particular sketch?
Yeah, and no, this is a technique from oil painting from Caravaggio. You know, I learned it from painting. ¿Cómo puedo explicarlo? It's like it's difficult to explain in English now for me, and it's not easy. It's not easy. Maybe another time I can explain. I use this Fibonacci series because, for example, Caravaggio, when in the painting, put a Fibonacci series like a structure before that startup painting. it's not. I don't know now in English if it's possible to explain this, bro.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I think it's
Yeah,
just maybe people can then do a little bit digging by themselves, or they can reach out to you and have some
yeah,
discussion in chat.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, and like it just when someone that maybe don't understand this sort of art just comes here and see, okay, like what I have here, I have like two structures, there's some sort of ball in the middle, and I don't know, is it like a purple rainbow or what? But there's actually I wanted to say it like in this really cynical way, but there's just so much hidden in the picture that you need to actually know quite a lot to get that, or you need to have maybe some sort of like artistic feel, so you maybe don't know what it is, but still you can feel that there's something special about how the buildings are set up, that the ball is in the middle and on the place where it is, and not maybe on more on right or more on left. Yeah, this is really interesting, like for me, and I think for a lot of people to get insight into these sort of things. So yeah, thank you for with just giving us a little bit hint, and similar as what you said with the art, we can explore by ourselves and find our own meaning, or our own hidden message in the sketch of this
Yeah.
final painting. Okay, interesting. So then I will put the final piece there, and we can have a little bit discussion about that as well. So you told us that in the middle there's a sphere or a ball that symbolizes soul. Could you tell us a little bit more about that? Because I would definitely not figure it out just by looking at the painting.
Because it's in my mind. you know, the sphere is like I will represent the sphere like a soul, but not soul like a human soul, like a essence. I try to put the sphere in my pieces in some position, okay, but in front of the doors, but not inside, because for me it's one of my message that I don't want to show all my message. Okay, but the sphere usually I put just because I like the sphere, like a essence. If you see my work, it's more square. The door, the sphere is just the unique part that is different, with different shape, with different form. Okay, it's just for this, but
Yep, I think
it's like don't start and don't finish, something like this. Okay, right. It's not a square, is a sphere without beginning, without final, something. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I get it. I actually took a little bit time and found here. Yeah, because I'm super curious about that. I think more people will be about the Fibonacci series. So far, obviously, this is just like mathematical part of much more complex things. But you can get some idea of what this.
Part of life. This is the pattern of life. All the things that have this series. All the flower, the all. But I invite you and the people to discover more if you don't know. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I think at this point, everyone that's curious is probably curious enough to go on their own and discover something, it would be like super cool if you can then like DM what you found, or comment on the invitation what you have found or what you think about this, so we can have some further discussions, or maybe even second some meeting, and just discuss this, because I think it's a really interesting idea. Okay, so yeah, let's get back to the piece. I'm sorry if I distracted everyone from the most important part that we have to discuss today. Okay, so we talked about the sphere. That's a really interesting concept, I think, because also more people are making these sorts of otherworldly scenes, and I never look at it in a way that maybe there's some sort of essence or some human-like in there. It's just not structure. So I definitely will look at all of these in different view, and then maybe other thing that's not so typical in other art pieces that I saw is this. How do you see? Yeah, I just got the word blanket, which is completely wrong.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit more about that? Why it's there for?
The curtains.
Yeah,
You
curtains.
mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my English is as bad as.
Is another interest aspect, because for example, in another piece that I call it the man and woman, because I think in the woman force, okay, because is from Sri Yantra, from sacred geometry. Maybe one day, if it's possible, I will explain my tattooing and my 3D art, because if you see now, maybe you don't understand, but if I explain the art behind, you can understand all. The curtains represent the woman, but not the woman like human woman, the essence of the woman, okay, the femininity, because we have a duality inside, a man's side and woman's side, and the curtains and this door represent the femininity for me. And I put the curtains because in the, I don't know, just for a difference with the other portal, where the other gate or door. But for me, this curtain and this door represent the femininity, the woman power.
That's very interesting. Yeah, it feels that way, and also it's probably like from the feeling of the place, it's more or less like static, Yeah, there are some clouds, so maybe they suggest some sort of movement, but the curtain, it's obviously moving, or at least I think it's moving. So that's quite interesting to put this element there as well, that it's sort of alive in some sort.
Yeah. Maybe it's the moment before the wind. I don't know, something like that. I like the static art. I like the animation, but because I come from a painting, I like the static art at the moment. Maybe tomorrow I will change. I don't know, but I understand you. Maybe it's just the moment before the storm.
Right. Perfect. So maybe if if you want to give us some like final thought before I give word to people in chat, so we go to their questions.
I don't know. I hope that the guys like my piece and maybe find another message, and I'm happy to hear which message.
Okay.
Something like this.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So I will now put into Twitch the link that you can use to join our Zoom meeting. So you would be able to ask the questions yourself. When you join, please mute yourself, and I will moderate it because I don't know how many people will be there. So I will ask you one by one to ask your questions. If you are shy, or if you are not prepared, or you don't have mic or anything else, I will read the questions that you typed into the chat, so don't worry. But I want to give you the opportunity to ask your questions directly in voice, and maybe have a little bit discussions as well. So now we have Laya that she actually, when she saw that I put this invitation yesterday, she reached out to me, and she asked me if she can participate, if she can ask some questions to you, because she really like your textures, and not just this piece but others that you have. So I will give the word to Laya so she can ask her questions.
Okay.
Hi, I am Laya. I'm a 13-year-old from India. So I recently started 3D animation in this lockdown. So I'm new to digital art. So I've just been in this field for about 3-4 months, not more. So I wanted to ask you how you choose the colors and the textures, the materials, and they looked really nice and creative. So where do you really get the creativity to create them and bring them all together into one art?
I think it's like I don't know. I love the palette colors when like a pastel color. And I don't like when I have more than 3, 4, 5 color. And now is a process really hard for me. It's really hard because I never satisfied about that. But for example, in this piece, in another piece, if something similar, and I try to choose the palette color. One of my best inspiration really is my view, because yesterday morning when I woke up, I see my eyes in the mountains is like all rose and red, this kind of color. I think that the place where I live is really influenced me. I think. But I like the pastel color.
So you get inspirations from your house and your surroundings, right?
Yeah.
That's really nice. That's really nice.
Yeah, thank you.
So, which software do you use to produce these arts?
Okay, now I'm studying and I use Cinema 4D.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay, Cinema 4D, and I just try different render engine, because I don't have now a preference of engine. But for example, for this piece, I used the Corona render. Maybe in the next week, I would like to pass an Octane render, because I want to try now. I want to experiment,
That's really nice. So I hear that Cinema 4D is a little difficult to get used to and learn. So was it hard for you to learn Cinema 4D as a beginner?
A lot of things, because I still learning. I still learning a lot of things. But I think when you understand how the software works, for me is really more easy. It's just at the beginning is a little bit complicated because we have a lot of tools, and I understand. But for example, in my pieces, I don't use a cloner or more complicated tools because I don't like. I like the minimal. But I think if you practice every day, in 2 months more, you are a master of Cinema 4D. Okay.
That's very optimistic.
I'm positive.
Yeah, that's very
I'm
positive. Yeah, that's better.
And I see her profile yesterday and compliment because you are very young, and for me you are very talented.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, good.
So
Yeah.
I guess that you can pass over to someone else.
Okay, thank you for the questions, and also for congratulations to the Courage, because I think you are only one that's actually joined, or maybe the link isn't working. So, well, either way, I will move to the questions in text. So I think logical continuation would be maybe for Laura, aka Shoot This Moment. I like the tones so much in that piece, and minimalism and geometry is perfectly balanced. And she's asking, do you have any tips for starting in the 3D world?
Thank you very much. And I think to start to thinking in 3D and not in 2D. I don't know, is like a ¿cómo se dice? Sé que puede parecer fácil. I think it seems easy, but is the really key, because when you do an architecture, it's really important, the perspective, really important. I can suggest to study about the perspective first of all, and after you can choose the texture, the color, the material. You can take some inspiration by, I don't know, Google, Pinterest, I don't know. But the perspective for me is the most important in Cinema 4D. And see a lot of tutorials because we are lucky now in this time. We have a possibility to do an online course, online tutorials. I have a lot of material to study. It's just to put here and study and practice every day. This is for me this is the way.
Thank you. Maybe if because like everyone is now super keen on learning 3D and doing cool things like this, or at least I get this idea. If I had some time, I would definitely go to it. But yeah, there's so many things that are so exciting in the field. I added to my list. But maybe the questions about learning, maybe one thing that would be for like very practical for people would be for the tutorials. So do you have some specific source where you look for the tutorials, or just like on Google and whatever you can find?
No, I don't have a specific tutorials. I spend a lot of time to find a tutorial that I will learn. Really, I put myself in YouTube for 1 hour to find a right tutorial with the I don't know, because Cinema 4D have a lot of version. I try to find the right version with the right speech because it's important. It's a long process, but I think I don't know, if I start to create a modeling the doors, I find modeling the basic form, modeling cube. I start to find. I don't have a source that where I can take the infos. You know, it's just a process, something like this. I know that I spend a lot of time, but I prefer to learn all And after, because if you want to buy a pack with light pack, texture pack, material pack, you can buy. But for example, I want to learn. I don't want to buy now. Okay. If tomorrow I have a lot of works and I need to buy something already, to buy a light pack, for example, I'm going in some site, in some website, and I buy the pack. But now I want to learn all the process, where how to put a material, how to create a texture. For example, the next step for me is drawing a texture, okay, with my ornamental stuff, tattooing, and putting some sheen. This is my next goal. It's difficult, but I think it's possible.
Okay, yeah, thank you for sharing that, because yeah, Laura also thanks. Because I think that this is not well, at least for me, it's not common. Because I usually, yeah, I spend some time on searching for the right tutorial, but I definitely never spent anything like 1 hour of really researching and spending the time to find the best tutorial. And I think it's actually like really smart, because then you spend quite a lot of time on the tutorial to learn thing, and if it's just bad, then you are wasting more time than you would waste on the research. Yeah, so I think this is great advice.
Yeah, but for example, you can take a little bit from one tutorial, after a little bit from another tutorial, and you start to create your way, because I think it's this, no? That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, actually, like people in the Twitch know they can hear some gunshots. Those are from the city where there's a meetup every day in this exact hour. And the guys in VR are playing some paintballs there. You can actually see some pixels moving. It's quite far, but yeah, they are there. You can see also we have the sunset, so we are going to close soon, but not before asking the final questions from Tom Contino, aka Prismatic Textiles. And yeah, he commented about the Fibonacci. So Fibonacci creates a pleasing balance. Yeah, we can definitely see it in the picture. My question is, do you have any suggestion for improving drawing skills? So it's more to the sketch. So can you tell us or help people a little bit with that? I will put it on screen.
With a Fibonacci series to introduce in the sketch?
No. I think the question, or Tom can correct me, but I think the question was more in general, how to improve drawing skills. Not really in connection to the Fibonacci, I think. Or Tom, like, feel free to ask it again.
I am lucky because my girlfriend is a great painter, and I'm very lucky because sometimes I can ask her some tips. I don't know. I started drawing really when I was super young, like each kid. A lot of hours. I think the key in all the one moment, espera. In todas las cosas. Well, in all the things, I think the key is the practice, is the repetition. When, for example, tomorrow, for sure, I put a tutorial about English speech, okay? And I repeat the English speech 1, 2, 3, a lot of time. I think when you have a lot of hours in something, you can learn something. I don't know if you can understand me. I try to tell to practice, repetition, and when you repeat a drawing in a lot of times, you start and understand all of these things. I don't know if I'm clear now, but I think
Yeah, I definitely understand it. Like there's like
yeah.
in crafts, there's not really a way to cheat it. You just have to practice and put the hours in, similar as you are doing with the Cinema 3D, where
Oh yeah.
you are putting 10, 12 hours because it's new, so we are learning it, and yeah, it's just spend time on finding the right tutorials, spend time on learning the tool, and spend time on doing the craft.
For this I don't sleep, because I need the time to learn. In the tattoo is the same. When if you take a tattoo machine and start to do a line, for sure you don't do a good line because it's the first time. You need to do a line, tomorrow another line, until for me now is like automatically. Okay. For example, my work in the tattooing is ornamental stuff, Indian stuff, all about Asian culture, but is lines, is a line works. And at the beginning, when I draw it, when I tattoo it, the first line is like really shit, But with the 20 over 20 years now is a different, but not because I'm a special, because I'm just put myself to repeat and, until that can I understand the process. For me it's really important to understand the process, and really important to spend a lot of time. Yeah. This is my way. Yeah, I don't know. This is my kind of.
Yeah, for sure. I understand it, and I'm 100% agreeing with you. And yeah, Tom just confirmed that it was what he was asking, and he's saying that makes sense. I tend to spend a lot of time painting, and I would like to practice drawing more these days. Both skills are important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I think, or you wanted to say something?
No. For me, it's okay. I like it to share with the people, with you, and I'm happy.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you checked, but maybe you will be even more happy because there's a bit on your piece.
Wow.
So if someone is interested, or if someone would see this recording later on, then well, feel free, and I encourage you to share it, because I think the discussion was quite interesting, and we actually spent just a little bit of time on the drop, and we spend most of the time talking about what the artist is about, and about some cool things in drawing in 3D. And I think it was, but at least for me, very insightful. I learned a lot of new things. I got some new motivation to do what I am doing. And yeah, so thank you very much. Is there anything else that you would like to say, Saturn?
No. Yeah, I hope now the people still repeat the bid.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I'm joking.
It's first time that we are doing it, so I'm really happy that people like this piece. I like it very much as well. So well, I believe that there will be probably some more bits when we finished, and people will have maybe time to figure out their wallets and put the transaction in. But that's as you said, like it's the secondary thing. The primary thing is the message, and
Yeah.
following the way, whatever it is for your particular
No,
life and journey.
yeah, thank you for the opportunity. This is very important. I want to say thank you to you for the opportunity to speak, to the interview, and to show my work, and to get me more visibility, no? Because it's important, I think. And at the final, thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome, everyone that's watching it and got it to the end, which is actually quite long. It's over 1 hour, so hopefully people that watch it in recording will be able to make it here. If they are, feel free to contact me. My Twitter is probably best way to reach me. It's just Artifact CZ. I will put it here into the browser. So feel free to reach out to me if you have some question, or maybe you would like to be part of interview like this. I don't have unlimited capacity, but I will try to do what I can. And also, if you would like to visit this wonderful place, as you can see, it's not just us. There are some people shooting there. So if you are into those things, you can. You can see some big NFT over here. There was the big auction of people here as well in this wonderful park. There's a ton of galleries. You can climb to this floating island. You can explore the museums over there of Metacovan buildings in the island. There's just so many things here to discover. So if you can get the client from Somnium Space, and if you would just wonder how to do that or anything, feel free to DM me. I'm happy to help you. More people in this space, more alive it is, more fun for all of us. So thank you for that. Also, thank you for everyone that had the courage to ask their questions, both in voice or in text. I'm happy for it because it gives us ability to do it a little bit more interactive. So it doesn't look staged, because this was not really so much prepared. It's just we are doing it, well, as you say, Saturn, sort of let it flow. So that's the way we do it. And it's good to have some interactions from more people, not just us. So that's it for me. Thank you very much. Here you can see my Twitter. It's ArtifactCZ. And by this, we are in full night in Somnium. So good night and have a nice week. Not day, because, well, we are going to sleep. So goodbye.